Hey everyone, and welcome back to Daily Things Simplified. Today we're diving deep into something many of us use every single day, maybe even twice a day without a second thought: mouthwash. We swish it, we spit it, and we enjoy that fresh, clean feeling. But have you ever stopped to wonder what exactly is in that colorful liquid? What gives it that powerful kick against bad breath and germs? Well, you're in the right place because today we're uncapping the bottle and decoding the ingredients list of your favorite mouthwash. Let's start with the basics. Mouthwash or oral rinse is designed to do a few key things: reduce the amount of bacteria in your mouth, freshen your breath, and sometimes deliver active ingredients to fight specific problems like gingivitis or tooth decay. To achieve this, manufacturers use a carefully balanced cocktail of ingredients, and we're going to break them down one by one. The first and most abundant ingredient in most mouthwashes is, you guessed it, water. Water acts as the carrier, the solvent that holds all the other active and inactive ingredients together. It makes up the bulk of the liquid, ensuring everything is properly diluted and ready to be swished around your mouth effectively. Think of it as the foundation of the entire formula. Next up is an ingredient that often gets a lot of attention: alcohol, specifically ethanol. For a long time, alcohol was a star player in mouthwash. It acts as a powerful antiseptic, killing bacteria on contact. It also helps to dissolve other ingredients like essential oils that don't mix well with water. This is what can give some mouthwashes that intense, sharp sensation. However, you've probably noticed a huge rise in alcohol-free options on the shelves. Why is that? Well, alcohol can have a drying effect on the mouth by reducing saliva production. A dry mouth can ironically lead to more bad breath over time, since saliva is your body's natural way of washing away food particles and neutralizing acids. It can also cause a stinging or burning sensation, which can be uncomfortable for people with sensitive gums or oral sores. So, while alcohol is effective, the trend is definitely shifting towards gentler, alcohol-free formulations. So, what do these alcohol-free versions use instead? This brings us to another key category of ingredients: antiseptics and antimicrobials. These are the real germ fighters. One of the most common non-alcohol antiseptics is cetylpyridinium chloride, or CPC. It's a compound that's very effective at killing bacteria and reducing plaque. It works by disrupting the bacterial cell membrane, essentially causing the germs to fall apart. You'll find CPC in many leading alcohol-free brands. Another popular ingredient is chlorhexidine, which is typically found in prescription-strength mouthwashes. It's extremely potent against a wide range of bacteria and is often recommended by dentists for short-term use after oral surgery or to manage severe gum disease. It's so effective that it can bind to the surfaces in your mouth and continue working for hours after you've rinsed. Now, let's talk about that mini-fresh feeling. This comes from flavoring agents and essential oils. Oils like eucalyptol, menthol, thymol, and methyl salicylate are very common. These aren't just for show. Many of these oils derived from plants like eucalyptus, mint, and thyme have their own natural antiseptic properties. For example, the combination of eucalyptol, menthol, and thymol is the classic formula for Listerine and has been proven to penetrate plaque biofilm and kill germs. Methyl salicylate, which comes from wintergreen, adds to the minty flavor and also has anti-inflammatory properties. These oils are what give you that immediate "it's working" sensation and are a huge part of the reason we associate mouthwash with fresh breath. Of course, bad breath isn't just about bacteria. It's about the smelly compounds they produce, known as volatile sulfur compounds. To tackle this, many mouthwashes include deodorizing agents. Zinc compounds like zinc chloride or zinc lactate are fantastic at this. They don't just mask the bad smell. They neutralize the sulfur compounds at a chemical level, stopping bad breath at its source. It's just a much more effective and long-lasting approach than simply covering up the odor with a minty scent. What about fighting cavities? This is where fluoride comes in. Fluoride is a mineral that strengthens tooth enamel, making it more resistant to acid attacks from plaque bacteria and sugars in the mouth. When you use a fluoride mouthwash, you're essentially giving your teeth a protective bath. The fluoride gets incorporated into the surface of your enamel, a process called remineralization, which can help repair the very early stages of tooth decay. You'll see ingredients like sodium fluoride or stannous fluoride on the label. If your main goal is cavity prevention, A fluoride rinse is an excellent addition to brushing with fluoride toothpaste. To keep all these ingredients mixed together and to give the mouthwash its characteristic texture, manufacturers use surfactants and stabilizers. A common surfactant you might see is Poloxamer 407. Surfactants help to lift and wash away debris and plaque from your teeth and gums. They're a bit like the detergents in soap, but much gentler and formulated specifically for your mouth. You might also spot some other interesting ingredients. For example, some mouthwashes contain humectants, like glycerin or sorbitol. These ingredients help prevent the liquid from drying out in the bottle, but they also have the added benefit of preventing your mouth from feeling too dry after rinsing, which is especially important in alcohol-free formulas. Sorbitol also acts as a sweetener, making the taste more pleasant without using sugar, which would, of course, defeat the whole purpose by feeding the bacteria you're trying to eliminate. Other non-sugar sweeteners like sucralose or xylitol are also commonly used. Xylitol is a particularly interesting one, as some studies suggest it can actively inhibit the growth of the specific bacteria that cause tooth decay. So let's put it all together. When you take a swig of mouthwash, you're getting a blend of water as the base, an antiseptic like CPC or alcohol to kill germs, essential oils for that fresh feeling and extra antimicrobial power, a fluoride compound to strengthen your teeth, a zinc compound to neutralize bad breath, and other ingredients to hold it all together and make it palatable. It's important to remember that not all mouthwashes are created equal. They are generally categorized into two types, cosmetic and therapeutic. Cosmetic mouthwashes are primarily for temporary breath freshening. They might make your mouth feel clean, but they don't have active ingredients that provide a long-term health benefit. Therapeutic mouthwashes, on the other hand, contain active ingredients like fluoride, CPC, or chlorhexidine that are clinically proven to help control or reduce conditions like plaque, gingivitis, and cavities. When you're at the store, look for the American Dental Association seal of acceptance on the bottle. This seal means the product has been tested and its claims are backed by scientific evidence. So how do you choose the right one for you? It really depends on your personal oral health goals. If your main concern is just bad breath, a mouthwash with zinc compounds and essential oils might be perfect. If you're prone to cavities, a fluoride rinse is a must. If your dentist has noted signs of early gum disease or gingivitis, an antiseptic mouthwash with CPC could be very beneficial. And if you have a sensitive mouth, an alcohol-free and dye-free option is probably your best bet. It's also crucial to remember that mouthwash is a supplement to, not a replacement for, your daily oral hygiene routine. The mechanical action of brushing is essential for removing the sticky film of plaque from your teeth, and flossing is the only way to effectively clean between them. Mouthwash is the final step, the rinse that gets into all the nooks and crannies that your brush and floss might miss, wiping out remaining bacteria and delivering those helpful active ingredients. So there you have it. A complete breakdown of what's inside that bottle of mouthwash. It's a lot more than just minty water. It's a complex and scientifically formulated product designed to boost your oral health. The next time you're swishing for 30 seconds, you'll know exactly what's going on in there, a full-on attack against germs, bad breath, and tooth decay. Thanks so much for joining me on Daily Things Simplified. I hope this look inside the bottle was helpful and interesting. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the everyday things around us. Let me know in the comments which mouthwash you use and why. Until next time, stay curious.